5 things that we ask before we pick kind of filter material, or we say filter media, called the filter media, that we use in the dust collector. The very first one is what? Temperature. So we divide everything in dust collector world into 2 groups. We say there's low temperatures and high temperatures. So low temperature is really anything that's less than about 250 Fahrenheit. Pretty much anything under that, we just consider a low temperature kind of thing. And we also kind of think of that as anything, if it's something's hot or whatever, that's fine, even if it's hotter than like the ambient air outside, but nothing that has like a boiler or a furnace and things like that. Anything else is pretty much, even if it creates heat, is a low temperature thing. Anything above that, we call a high temperature or a hot baghouse, okay? So your plant here are pretty much all hot applications because they're all coming off of furnaces and the temperature is high, but also because the temperature can vary, right? The furnace can make it hotter. There's some part of the process, right, that you do at your plant where heat is generated up and down. You have to control it. So for that reason, and because of the temperature involved, your systems are all hot baghouses, except for the little dust collectors on the silos. Those are not, because there's no temperature there. It's just the ambient temperature outside. So those are low temperature systems, okay? So normally when we are at a plant, in most cases, we're sucking up normal air that has dust in it. But at some places, like here, we're sucking up dust with the normal air, but also mixing in some kind of chemicals in the air that are gases, yeah? So the baghouse doesn't remove the gas, right? It removes physical particles. It's called particulate matter. It's a fancy term. It means particles, dust that's made out of metals, smoke particles, a physical thing. Physical thing. The gases that go through are something else that has to be done differently, right? And here you have dust with normal air, but also you have gases like chlorine that get injected, okay? So we have to think of that because the chlorine reacts with different things. So we have to think about that with the kind of material we select, okay? What's the third one? Yeah, so now let's talk about the dust itself. Is the dust big chunks? Is the dust really fine powder? Is the dust like sticky? Is it abrasive? Is the dust some material that's really reactive? Is it like magnesium that like if it touches oxygen it will explode? Is it is it sugar? Is it wood, you know? Is it salt, right? Is it something that's corrosive? So we have to think about those things now. Does the dust itself rub on the material in a certain way and cause a problem? What's number 4? So the collection efficiency is for all the dust that comes in, what percentage of the dust is removed by the filter? So if 100 particles come in, how many particles does the filter stop? 98, 99, 100? So for the dust collector to work well, to be considered as working well, it needs to collect 99.9% of all the dust. Anything less than that, you're going to see dust coming out the exhaust. So what they do is actually quite miraculous considering what you throw at it. It collects almost every single particle of dust that goes at it. Okay? But even in that range, we have filters that collect more or less of the particles. All right, the last one. What's the last one? Price. So this is where we have to remember that there is a bigger picture, right? So maintenance is one thing, but if it was just up to a maintenance decision, we would make everything like a Ferrari, right? But we're running a business, so the bridge from the maintenance to the managers to the operators, right, is also what's best for the plant, right? What makes money, what do we have money to spend on? So when we pick the filters that meet the requirements, then we try to find, all right, of the things that will work, what makes the most sense for the cost, right? So you could, of course, buy super expensive filters that work really well, but they're like 10 times the price of the bags that you use. So is it really that much better? Is it 10 times better? Maybe it's 50% better, but is it 10 times better? No.